Why are you trying to get up here? Oh no, you don't. Really? I'm on live, guys. I'm on live. Hey guys. I'm big. It took forever, but I'm big. You got a light pop? Go get me a cup. Go get me a cup and put the rest in the fridge. Hey everyone, I forgot where I was at when we were talking. I completely forgot where I was at. You go back. Yeah. Of course. I gotta wait. Thank you, baby. All right, so hey guys, coming in. I forgot where I'm at. I forgot where I stopped at. Okay. All right. No, because they being nosy. Y'all nosy. All right, so the last thing we were talking about was what my kids was eating. You want to say hi, friends? All right, so in my last live, if you guys didn't watch it, go check it out. It was only 15 minutes long. But I'm going to kind of continue on from that conversation that we had. Oh, girl, why are you doing all that hollering? Yes. So somebody said that I think a lot of people believe that she said, Annette said that her kids go on field trips. That's what the lady told me on the phone. She said that the kids still can go to field trips and participate in activities and stuff like that. Locally, a friend of mine, he just posted saying that he had an opening for art classes, but I think somebody already took that spot. But he told me how much it is and how many classes you get. I think you get $150 for 12 classes. And since we're gonna be homeschooling, I figured I'll pay the $150 for her to do classes. It's at the Goggle Works. So, and then they did ask me about sports, but I think it's only for 8th grade and up. So I think only a kid could do sports. So like if she was involved in the sports at school now, they would just set her up so that they would know. So that they would know that she would still participate in sports at school. She would just, instead of being in school and then going straight to the activity after school, then she would just walk over there after school. Well, they have a schedule, like have a time of day work will be done. Yeah, they'll still have a schedule. Like I told them that instead of doing like 7 o'clock morning wake ups, they won't have to get up until 9 o'clock, but they still have to go to bed like 9:30, 9 o'clock. The only difference is that their bedtimes will still be like 9:30. That ain't gonna change. But instead of them getting up at 7 o'clock, they don't have to get up so early in the morning because I'm not a morning person, even though Leon is. No. And hey, Renee. So they won't have to get up like so early in the morning. They can wait to get up at like 8 or 9 o'clock or something like that. Yeah, you got a light. I don't want your lollipop, baby. You. Oh, go give it here, Journey. Rinse it off for her. So they'll be able to still do that. Hey, Janelle. Janelle, that's the reason why we're doing it. That's the reason why we're homeschooling, because of all the bad influences involved. And then, like, I have Justice. He's constantly saying that the work is too easy for him. He gets straight A's. He's on honor roll. But the thing is that they took away the funding for the advanced program, and then they also took away the funding for honors program in middle school. So they only offer honors program for high school now and for college, obviously. Girl, if they had the option for that for my kids, I would, but there's only 2 options here. It's either homeschooling or they have to go to public school. They have Catholic schools, but I don't want to put my kids in Catholic school. See, that's what I need. And see, that's the issue that I'm dealing with now. Is like I have one that's failing, and I feel like the school is a distraction. So that's why I'm taking her out. Yeah, I think school is a distraction for her. Be careful. Sit on your bottom, baby. Say hi. You want to say hi? She just wants to be in the camera. That's all. Yes, I'm back. It took a while because I was riding around with Nana and Pop Out. They take forever. And I went to the store for one thing, and I actually went and got that one thing. But Journey, stop making faces. But so yeah. Oh, let me go back. I was going back into the last live. She said she likes your hair. Your hair is pretty. She said she likes your hair, and your hair is pretty. No comment. She said your hair is pretty. Sit down, because I don't want you to get hurt. Yeah, she got the lollipop at the store. The guy he always gives her lollipops every time I take her with me to the store. But I'm trying to go back and piggyback off of. Somebody said something about religious schools. The religious schools out here, from what I was told, was that they do kind of require like certain. They talk about religion, and it's like a requirement. No, I don't want to taste, baby. You eat it. So he goes, when do you go for your shots? They keep extending it. I think he said on the 18th, because they originally wanted to do it on his birthday, and he said no. Okay, that was the end of it. Hi, Ben. Hi, Ben. I want to tell my hair. You're doing the most. I'm a chicken. I know. My leg hurts. Your leg hurts? Yeah, that's the leg that you hurt in the store. She's a mess. Say delicious. Oh, no, say delicious. No, what's That's what you get. You shouldn't have put that much sriracha sauce in it. Really? You trying to sit in my lap? Huh? Yes, put it away. Put it in the container and put it away. She's a mess. First day of this hairstyle and she's doing fine. But So yeah, that's the reason why we're pretty much doing homeschooling. I guess we can. I figured that it would be better to do homeschooling than to just leave them in the school system and fail or be not really be challenged. Hey, mom, it's 12. So it's like a mixture of issues that we're having with all the kids. Some of the kids are saying that they are bored or it's too easy for them. That's not trash. That's Andrea's paper. Oh. So, and then I have one that's getting bullied, and then I have another one that's she's failing. So it's like a mixture of issues with us. She's a mess. I know. We did the beads yesterday. We did the hair yesterday. We washed it, and we did the hair yesterday. It took a while because she kept moving her head, but. And I did it a certain way so that way when she lays on her head, it doesn't bother her, and it worked out. Andre, goodbye. Don't start. Jaya. The bathroom needs to get cleaned. No, and I've been saying this every single day for the past couple of days, and nobody's been doing it. Dad told you what to do. You got to do it. No, I don't want the lollipop. Yummy lollipop. They was mad that they didn't get no tablets. Yummy papa. Yeah, yummy lollipop. She done stole the show again. We're talking about homeschooling, baby. Lollipop. Yeah, yummy lollipop. Yummy lollipop. They're my favorite. If you're gonna tell me to do it to yourself. What are you doing? You're special. All right, get down. I'm trying to have a conversation, and you're doing the most. She's a mess. So I had other things to think about, but I just lost my train of thought because Leon is yelling. I did it! She don't know what to do with herself because she got. Girl, we about to fight. She's a mess. Come get her. But I forgot what else I was going to talk about. With the schooling, I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think it will be a good idea. They all get their own laptops, so they don't fight over the desktop to do the homework. They still get to do field trips and everything. What else? I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything else. But it's not about being at home independent of the child where I have to have a delegate. Well, it depends on what direction you go with homeschooling. We decided to do We decided to do K-12, and from what the lady told me on the phone was that like Akina, like my 8th grader and my 2 6th graders can pretty much work independently by themselves. If they need help, I can help them with it. But for the most part, because of how the curriculum is set up, that they can pretty much do the whole work by themselves. Now with Journey, I probably have to help him more with it, but he's very tech savvy. All my kids are very tech savvy, so I don't think they'll have an issue with it. I think the issue is sitting in the classroom for 8 hours and having distractions from other kids where the other kids misbehave and do things that their parents allow. And so my kids try to fit in and do the same thing. Like Journey, he has good grades. It's just he has behavioral issues sometimes, and that's because he's bored. He knows the work, gets good grades, but he's bored in the classroom, so he'll start doing dumb stuff to get attention. No, it's teen. Yeah, and she also said they had clubs and stuff like that too. But yeah, that's fine. We decided to do homeschooling. It's really the reason why we decided to do homeschooling. It was just so that um, I can find a different way to help my kids, because I feel like just leaving them where they are, it it's not working, and it's not really helping our living situation, things at home, and grounding them and rewards and taking stuff away is not working when it comes to certain things. And I'm just like to hear with it. Like my patience is very thinning out, very thin. Yeah, that's what she said. We're not the teacher. They get teachers. We're just like a coach to kind of guide them through it. And then we have our own section to where like if we're having issues trying to help them with it, then they give us like uh like cheat sheets type of a thing. Hey Crazilla. Yeah, she said that they will all get their own laptops because they all have to be online, do like online classes with others, like with the teacher, and they have to attend it. And if they don't attend, then there'll be an issue. So I feel like if it may be an issue with what you're saying, Coco, if we had to do like our own curriculum and our own affidavits and do all that, and then actually sit here and teach the kids, I think that will be an issue because I go to school, Leon goes to school, and and then trying to add in creating our own curriculum and trying to like set time aside to actually teach them and do daily planning. I think it will be overwhelming for us. So that's why I decided to go with K-12. So that way, like they're home, but at the same time, they're still being taught. Like, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I don't know where it is. I don't know what she did with it. You should you should have kept it up. Oh, okay, that's cool. See, that's what I'm talking about. And see, that's what I like. I like that idea. Like Leon will prefer the idea of us coming up with our own curriculum and then us teaching the kids, which I don't have a problem with that. But if he was home full time like he was before, that wouldn't be an issue. But because he's going to school now and he has 4 classes, I have 3 classes. I think it would be too much for him to try and do his homework and then try to come up with a curriculum and then try to teach the kids. It would be too much. Now, if he was just sitting at home all day, then it would be a different story. But he's not. He's not here. Oh, be careful. And that's the thing. Like, if it wasn't for the Medeiros family, I probably wouldn't have went with this option. But she was like trying to like give me ideas on what it's like to deal with K-12, because K-12 is more so what our district works with. Um, our district has like a contract with them or whatever, and they're affiliated with them. So she's the one that told me a lot about it. And if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have took the opportunity. Like I wouldn't have jumped into it because I was kind of skittish about it. And it was funny because when we first moved back up here, I originally applied for it because I didn't know if there was going to be an issue with Akina getting registered in school. But then I was able to figure it all out. So I ended up doing homeschooling for her then. And I'm kind of beating myself up about it because we were fine when we was in Maryland with her in school. There was no issues. But then as soon as we moved up here, there was an issue. So it's like I'm kind of beating myself up for not like pushing through with it, because if I would have kept through with, you're gonna wait. You see me doing live, you're gonna wait. Um, like if I would have kept going with the K-12 when we first moved back up here for her, I don't think we would have been in this situation now. And the same with the other kids too. Like I think because they in Maryland it was so much more advanced with the curriculum. So and then when we move up here, they're so behind that the kids are not being challenged and they're not being taught to where they should be at. And then when they did their standardized testing, they scored at a basic level, and I'm like, why are they like at a basic level? And I'm thinking in my mind, like, are they really struggling, or is it just they're not being taught and because they don't have the funding? Like my oldest, I'm like, well, how come you don't bring home books? And she's like, because we have to share books. And they don't, and then instead, like some of the teachers, they photocopy the books because there's not enough, resources for them to be able to teach the whole class. And I remember that when I was in high school, because when I was in high school, and this was when I was in high school, not middle school or elementary school, but when I was in high school, we had to do the same thing. There was not enough resources for everybody. There was not enough books. So we would check out books in our names, but the teachers would be like, can you just leave the books in the classroom so other students be able to have the books too? So it kind of worked out like that. So it's like, I'm shocked that it's trickling down into the middle school and elementary schools too. And it's like, it's just not enough resources for the kids to learn. And my kids are suffering because of it. And in a way, it's kind of my fault because we had to move back up here. But at the same time, it's like, public schools shouldn't be suffering with the No Child Left Behind Act because, the government doesn't want to give the fundings to the schools that need it. And the district out here actually filed a lawsuit against the No Child Left Behind Act, and then that was like how many years ago, and still nothing has been done about it. They don't even have, they have ESL classes, but they don't have enough teachers and enough resources to separate the classes so that the students can learn ESL and transition into English speaking classes. Hey, stop it now. I'm talking to you. Stop. You're not going to do that. You're going to leave him alone. He's my baby too. You're going to stop being mean to my baby. So there's not enough resources for the ESL. Hey, don't you start that crying because I didn't do nothing. Cut it. So the ESL students are in the English speaking classes, and there's no materials in English or Spanish, and some of the teachers don't even speak Spanish. So a lot of the students aren't learning at all. And from what my kids tell me, there's students in the classroom speaking Spanish to each other. And it's not like they don't understand English, but at the same time, they don't care. And then the teachers tell them to get out the classroom and go to ISS. And then the counselors or the principals or whoever tells them to go back to the classroom, even though they were disrupting the class. And I'm like, how is this helpful to the other students that want to learn? And it's not helping them. So I'm thinking instead of, blaming the school, I need to just take action and remove my kids from the environment and put them in a situation to where they're learning and not being distracted by what's going on around them. She messing with my baby. I have to remind her that everybody's my baby. She's so spoiled and she thinks she can get away with whatever. But I have to remind her, he's my baby too. You want to stop messing with my baby. Turn it off. I'm on live. You heard me tell you to turn it off. Don't turn it down. Turn it off. See, we're going to have a problem. I'm going to take your phone. I already have an issue with you. What? Yeah, because I yelled at you. Because you was messing with my baby.
Sorry.
You gonna say sorry to brother?
Sorry, brother. Mom.
What?
Let's say dry this flower.
You wanna go dry the utensils? Yeah. Go ahead. I know. That's why she was messing with him. Journey, leave her alone. But why are you messing with her though? You know you agnetize her. You know you mess with her all the time. Leave her alone. Guys, come get these kids. Y'all could have them. I'll pay child support. Journey said no, and Andre said help me. Give her a rag so she can dry off the utensils. No, I was just joking. No. My kids are a mess. And this is why I do my lives in the mornings and not at night. If y'all are wondering, this is the reason why my lives be early in the morning. Because none of the kids is here. And she's usually napping. Yes, go give her a rag. Do I have to repeat it again? Y'all, help me. Help me. Help me. All the poor child wants to do is help with the chores. Hey, Nadine. That's all she wants to do. Give her the utensils. No, you get the utensils, baby. You don't get the plates, the glass plates or anything. You can't even reach up there to put it in the cabinet. Okay, but you hold the plate because I don't want her to drop them. So that's all I wanted to talk about because I originally had this video recorded and I was going to edit it today and upload it, but the file was corrupted. I think I used the wrong SD card when I went to go record it. It never fails. The other videos that I have to go up to upload for you guys are already on my computer. So I must have grabbed the wrong SD card when I went to go record the homeschooling vlog. Yeah, that's fine. You just have to put it away because she can't reach up there. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you guys have any questions, you guys can ask questions. Before I jump off, because I know some people were like, what, you're homeschooling? And I did mention it in a couple of lives that we were going to homeschool, but must have never like went into it like in depth. I don't plan on being on here that long. Well, my oldest doesn't have a choice. I don't care about how she feels. And some of y'all is going to be like, well, oh my God, she don't care about her kids, how her kids feel. I really don't. At this point, I gave her a chance to bring up her grades and to get the shit together. And she didn't. So I really don't care about how she feels. But as for the other kids, they want to do it. I didn't tell them that they had to do it. But they was like, you want to be homeschooled. And they've been saying it for a long time that they wanted to be homeschooled. Even Journey, he's been saying it since she was like in like second grade that he wanted to be homeschooled, but I never went through with it. But they want to do it, so I told them, sure, why not? It won't make a difference. But as for the oldest one, she really don't have a choice. Hey, mommy on a budget. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't care, but I mean, I would care about how she feels, but she obviously don't care about how I feel when it comes to her grades. All that school stuff or whatever, the friends and all that other extra stuff, I don't care. And I told her this, like, I don't care about any of that. Like, if you want to go hang out with your friends, go hang out with your friends. If you want to, talk about whatever you want to talk about with your friends, I don't care. I won't even be in your business like that. I mean, I'll read it on your text messages and stuff, but I'm not going to confront you about it. Like, but the only way that's going to work is if your grades are up. But if you have if your grades are not up, then no, that's not going to work. I signed up for K-12 for the kids. And the reason why I signed up for the K-12 with the kids was because it's kind of what everybody in the city talks about, because that's what's affiliated with the school. So, and I tried with my kids with the rewarding them like Justice. I'll give him money for his report cards if that's what he wants, or if he wants to go to Walmart and buy something, I'd be like, okay, let's go to Walmart. And he's the only one. I have no issues with him in school at all whatsoever. He gets straight A's. and he wants to be homeschooled. And Nana was saying, like, you know, I'm surprised that you would take him out even though he's doing good. And I'm like, that's because he keeps saying it's easy. And I don't want him to be just in the classroom and it's easy. Like, I want him to be challenged. I want him to go further, and I want him to, you know, reach for more than just breezing by because it's easy. Like, that's not how real life works. Like, let's be realistic. Real life does not work like that, where life is easy. Life is not easy. We always have challenges in life. So I don't want him to think, oh, when he goes through all the 12 years of school, that it's going to be easy. And then when he becomes an adult, he think life is going to be easy. Nobody. That's not how it works. I have an 8th grader, 2 6th graders, and then a 4th grader. Right, and I have to let her know that, like, I'm not playing no games. Like, I'm the type of person that keeps, like, threatening my kids. Like, I'll threaten my kids with dumb shit. Like, I'm taking this away. Like, my oldest, I told her that give me your phone, but she still has her fucking phone because, like, I'm that parent. Because they won't do that out here. Up here, they don't do that. They don't test them out. They won't allow them to skip ahead in class. They stopped doing that because they don't have the resources to protect the kids. Like, they have that anti-bullying rule in school, but that's bullshit. Because my kids tell me all the time that kids get bullied and the teachers don't do nothing. Or if the teachers do something, nothing happens to the student half the time. So it's like, so if he gets tested out and he ends up getting bumped up to 2 to 3 grades, he's gonna get picked on. And the way the school district is now and how the kids are now, no. It's not gonna happen. And then the honors program that they had, like the advancement program that they had, they got rid of the program. Hey! Yes, you are. I'm sitting here watching you from my peripheral vision. Stop it now. And so, like, they got rid of the advancement program for kids that are in elementary school and middle school, and then they only offer honors programs for kids in high school and college. And it just sucks because it's not fair to him, because he came from a school that was way advanced, and then he comes up here and he's like, this stuff is easy. This is like, and it is easy to him. Like, his report card shows that it's easy for him. Every semester, every quarter, he's getting straight A's, like, with no problem. And his teachers never tell us that there's an issue with him in school. They say he's doing great. Now with Andrea, she struggles a little bit when it comes to English and when it comes to math, but she's always struggled in that since even in kindergarten when she first started school. So I'm not surprised with that with her, but I think with her, she could probably use one-on-one help with her when it comes to that. So I think online schooling may be a better option for her than to keep her in the school, because the way the school is up here is that if your student has enough credits, they're just going to pass them on. Whether if they're failing or struggling, if they have enough credits for that class, they're going to pass them. So, and I don't want them to just get passed. Like, that's not realistic, because when they go to college and if they decide to go to a university, they're going to fail. And I don't want my kids to fail. And I don't want them to get discouraged or, lose their confidence and have low self-esteem because they're struggling, and it's not their fault. It's the school's fault. It's not even the school's fault. It's the freaking government's fault. But then at the same time, it's like, is it really their fault? Is it my problem? Is it my fault? Because I'm the parent and it's really my responsibility. So it's like, I'd rather just take them out of school and try something else instead of leaving them where they're at and then just constantly asking for help when there's no help. Yeah, see, I'm at the schools out here because the kids are so rowdy, and I've said this in one of my comments because somebody said my tactic to approach a bully that's a child is inappropriate, and I'm like, the kids out here will jump you. They don't look like no 12, like a little ass kid. They look like grown ass people, like grown ass adults. Size, height, especially the guys. The boys, they look like grown ass men. Like, if I see my nephews' friends, they look like they're 15 and 16. They look like they're 25, and they will jump you, and they will fight you. Leon actually had to try, like Leon tried to save a kid's life because he tried to fight a 30-year-old man. He was 16. And he tried to fight a 30-year-old man. The man, you know what he did out of self-defense? He stabbed the kid in the chest. And Leon tried to save his life and he wasn't able to. And I'm trying to avoid my kids to be that kid, thinking that it's okay for you to be disrespectful to adults. And it's like, and the kids out and the parents allow that shit. Like, you can go to a parent and be like, your child was disrespectful, and then they be like, and so? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, no, you can't even be cordial and be respectful with the parent and try to talk to the parent about the situation. The parents will get nasty with you, and then they want to fight you. That's how it is out here. And when I tell you I live in the ghetto, I live in the ghetto. Like, y'all don't think y'all think it's a joke. I live in the ghetto. It's the ghetto. People do not care out here. Half the parents out here don't even give a shit about what their kids is doing. And it sucks because, like, and then the parents that do care, they work. They have to work two or three jobs to even make ends meet. So they're not home, and then they don't know what their kids are out here doing. We in the ghetto. We in the ghetto. We in the ghetto. Hey, take it upstairs. Go upstairs and go play. Go ahead, Ryan. Go upstairs and go play. Right, and my kid's getting, and that's why Andrea won't fight back with other bullies or anything, because she's afraid to get in trouble. Here, Andrea, or Journey of Justice, somebody. I'm doing something. And you're just standing there when I said your name. But yeah, that's the reason why my kids won't defend themselves, because they're afraid to get in trouble. And I tell them all the time, like, but the way it is out here is that it's sickening, because they have police presence on school camp, like on the grounds of the school, middle schools, and the high school, because it's gotten to the point where if kids are fighting at school, they both get arrested. And that's the law here in Pennsylvania. If you're fighting, it doesn't matter who started it. If you're involved in a fight, you both get arrested unless y'all both are willing to not press charges. So if one person press charges, the other person is getting charged. And that's the law here in Pennsylvania. There's no stand your ground kind of rule out here. Yeah, don't come to Pennsylvania. Yeah, see, if K-12, they test him and he tests higher, he can move up to another grade. And then even if he doesn't, like, say if he does all his curriculum and he keeps going, he can graduate even faster. And that's what I like about it, because if he's so advanced, then he can just keep going as long as he wants. He doesn't have to stay in his grade. And then if he's done with all the work, he's just stuck there until the next grade. No, he can keep going. And that's what I kind of like about that, because here they don't offer that. Yeah, see, Maryland, we didn't have no issues, but in Maryland, there was no issues at all in Maryland. Like, we had one school where there was an issue, but I think we was in Edgewood, and Edgewood's a little rougher than when we was in Joppatown. Joppatown, there was no issues whatsoever. And the classrooms were smaller. They had like maybe 10 kids in the class, whereas up here they have 30, 35, sometimes 40 kids in one classroom. And some teachers, they can't handle that many kids in one classroom. Girl, it's real ratchet out here. It's ratchet out here. Parents do not care at all whatsoever about their kids. And the ones that do, their hands are tied because they're a single parent. And I feel bad, because it's like because if I tell some parents that I know personally, like, your child, I seen your child out here doing this and that, they gonna take that ass up. But then there's some parents be like, and so mind your business. Why are you worrying about me? And then want to fight. And I'm like, okay, what happened to, looking out for your neighbor? What happened to looking out for your neighbor's kids? That's how it was when I was growing up. I couldn't do shit in the neighborhood. As soon as I did something, I got fucked up in the neighborhood. Nowadays, it's not like that. You try to check somebody's kids and they're about ready to go off on you. See, that's messed up, Janelle. Yeah, and that's the thing that sucks out here too, is like if you live in a certain area, you have to go to school in that district. Like we're in Reading, so we have no choice but to go to the Reading school district. We can't go to another district. It's just like you have to, wherever you live at is where you have to go. It's not like New York or Baltimore where you can go to a different school. Like if you was still in Maryland, Akina would be going to the Baltimore Art School because she can draw, and that would be the best place for her to go. Even though it's in the city, it's one of the best schools to go to. I mean, like Tupac went there, so many celebrities went there, and like, why not? But since we're not there, we have to deal with what we got. I'm so far behind. Yeah, and see, some of the school districts, they don't even care. Like that, it's the same thing out here. If you try, if a kid tries to break up something, they usually 9 out of 10 they're usually getting charged with something. Even if they're trying to help the situation, they're getting in trouble for it. Right, and that's Bree, and that's how it was up here too. When I was in high school, if we was caught standing there watching a fight, we got suspended. They don't care. They don't care if you're just, even if you're just walking by. They're like, you, my office. And I'm like, I didn't even do nothing. I'm trying to go to my class. They don't care. See, that's what I like, Madeiras. That's what I want. I want them to be challenged in school. We were in Harford County. That's what county we were in. And it wasn't bad though. Like I didn't have a problem with it, and I liked the school because it was smaller classrooms and it was more intimate with the students. And the kids in the school, they didn't. I think a lot of the kids in the school were low income, and we were homeless, and we weren't the only people that were living in the hotel. There was multiple families living in the hotel. So I think a lot of the kids didn't get picked on because they knew their own situation was fucked up. Like when we was in the first hotel that we lived in, there was 2 other families in that hotel. The second hotel that we lived in, there was like 6 different families living in the hotel. So when we was in Maryland, we didn't have no issues with bullying. See, we don't have charter schools out here. They don't offer charter schools. They did have a charter school, but they shut it down because it was too many criminal activities happening at the school. Too many fights. Too many of the kids getting out of early out of school and going to the other schools to start fights with the other kids. So they shut it down. See, I like that. That's neat. Yeah, see, I'm not that like, and then it's just so frustrating. I'm frustrated at this point right now in my life. I'm frustrated, and I feel like the only option I have right now is to take them out of school. Hey, silly mommy. Oh, so you're not that far from me. We're close, Emily. See, and that's what I told them. And I said that you probably won't have to get up until like 9 o'clock and you can eat your breakfast while you're watching it. You don't have to get up at 7:30 or 7 o'clock in the morning because that's usually our morning wake up time is 7 o'clock because Journey has to be at school by 8 o'clock and then the other kids have to be at school by 8:30. So with K-12, I don't have to worry about fighting with nobody getting up in the morning because they usually get up like on weekends. They usually up by 9 o'clock anyways. Yeah, but on the school day, you can't do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't think that's bad. Yeah, Harford County is a small county. It's small. They consider that the country. I was like, this is not the country. This is the suburbs. And they was like, no, that's the country. I was like, this is what y'all call the country? Because I've been to the country. This ain't the country. I was like, this is not country. Harford County is not country. That's what Baltimore City would say. They would tell me that was country. Like, this ain't country. I hope so, because I'm so frustrated, and I'm like, there has to be something better than just this school district. And then, like, when I was a kid, and when my nieces and nephews were in school, because now they're out of school now, but when they were in school, like, it seemed like they had more opportunities for the kids and more help for the kids. And now that my kids are in it, it's like there's really no help. Because I feel like my nieces and nephews are hella smart, like hella smart to the point where they get scholarships, full rides. So it's like, and mind you, like I think they came from Delaware or from Maryland, one of the two, either Delaware or York, or I don't remember which one, but they moved from another place to here, and they were more advanced too when they moved out here. So, and then my one nephew, my one nephew that was in an accident, they moved to Hamburg. So when they came from here to go to Hamburg, like they was right. Like, I wish I could send my kids to Hamburg, because it's nice over there, but it's too far. Oh, well, that's fine. Because out here, they don't really do graduations either. They don't really do graduations like that. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, see, when I tried to look up the K-12 in Maryland, it said that we would have had to pay too. And I was going to pay for it. But see, and that's why I told them, I said they'll still, like, if we do this all the way up until they're in high school, they'll still do prom, they'll still be able to graduate and everything like a regular person. But I know there's other schools out there you can check, because I think I seen one that was like Connect something or whatever, because I was doing research, and you know how Google is. Once you start researching one thing, Google decides to send you a whole bunch of ads for everything. Like, I don't know if I'm breaking out in the hive or what. My face just started itching. Yeah. Google is about money. Google is about money. Google wants to make money. Yes. So yeah, I think homeschooling will be a better option for us. Honestly, I don't. Y'all are loud. I can't even hear myself think, let alone talk. I told y'all to take that upstairs. Go upstairs. You too, Araya. She don't need to be drawing on no plate. I made sopa de pollo for dinner because anybody got time. We ain't trying to be sick over here. And nobody did the bathroom. Oh. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers. Yeah, go upstairs in my bed. I'm about to come up. Kids, I swear. Help me. But yeah, that's I think it would be beneficial. Plus I feel like my kids would do better online because they're more tech savvy. They're not really some of my kids are not like really into standing there and listening to somebody talk for hours. I have to sit there and listen to somebody talk for an hour because I can't sit in front of a computer and try to learn anything. Like I'm just not I'm I'm not built for that. But this new generation, they learned way better with hands-on and electronics and technology. So I think it would be better for them. Plus, like with Justice, instead of him, like I don't know, I just feel like with Justice, because it's so advanced for him that if he's able to get the work, sit down and do it. It'll be quick for him. You know what I mean? And then instead of him just sitting there being bored in school for 8 hours, knowing daggone well he already knows all the work, he ain't got to sit in class out for 8 hours. He'll do his work in 2 to 3 hours, and then he'll be done, and he can do whatever he wants for the rest of the day. Like that's just, I don't know. I just feel like it would be a better option for my kids instead of them sitting in school for 8 hours and they're not really learning anything to benefit them. Go get in the bed. I'm coming up. Go ahead, go get in the bed, and I'm gonna come up and get in the bed with you. We're gonna snuggle. You sticky? Go get the wipes. Hey, Sierra. Hey, moving on up with the Monvilles. Yeah, that's what it was called, Connections Academy. But I didn't know which one it was. I know it just said Connections, and I'm like, that's not what. Like, why are you sending me all these ads? And that's not what I want. But yeah, I only picked K-12 because it's affiliated with the school district, and I don't know, and it was free. You just started homeschooling? Yeah, I just enrolled the kids. They start on the 24th. So they have a little bit of time. Hey, family team, they have a little bit of time to like be prepared that they're not gonna be in school no more. You got the wipes? Where? Right where? It's the king. Well, who told you to put your lollipop on your toes? Who told you to feed your toes? You're welcome. Here, wipe it up. Yeah, it's an online program. And the only reason why we're doing an online program is because I go to school full time. Leon is going to school full time. So we're not going to have time to sit down and actually plan out a lesson plan and then actually take a chunk of time and teach the kids. So that's why we're doing an online program. Oh, okay? So the school supplies are better. Okay, well, I prefer to have a school that has nice school supplies. But yeah, I don't know. I guess in my mind, like, because we always talked about doing homeschooling. In my mind, I just assumed that we had to do the traditional homeschooling to where we had to like come up with like the school supplies and the curriculum and everything. And it was just overwhelming for me. It was overwhelming because the way the school is out here is that you have to have an affidavit and you have to get an umbrella program or something like that. And it was just overwhelming for me. So I was just like, so I never like pursued it. The social ability, they have clubs that they can join. They do field trips that I can sign the kids up for. Like they could go to the zoo, the aquarium. Like they have a whole bunch of programs for them. The lady did tell me that we'll get like discounts or get in free to like places if we want to do our own field trips. We just have to let them know so that we can get the paperwork or whatever for them to do it. But and then I think Madera's family said that once a week they can go online and interact with their classmates online. But they have friends out here, so I told them that like as long as your work is done and everything's good at home, you guys can go hang out with your friends. You guys can go to the park if you want. It's not a big deal. I do plan on getting my oldest into art classes at the Goggle Works. It's just an art building where people like they have lessons and stuff for art and like sculpting and a whole bunch of stuff. The price is a little expensive, but I know the guy personally. I went to school with him, and I also know like some of the people that work inside that building. Like my sister-in-law, her husband that you guys see me do the live with, his mom works there. So it's not like I don't know the community or know some of the people that's there. So I know it's going to be worth the money, and it's $150 for 12 classes, and I think that's a pretty good deal to me. Yeah, all the kids are going to be homeschooling. It's originally was just for my oldest because she's failing and she's not really doing what she's supposed to be doing. But the other kids was like, we want to do it. We want to do it too. And I was like, are you sure? So they said yeah. So I signed them all up for homeschooling. And then more so because Journey he wants the boys want to be homeschooled because they're bored and they're tired of and it's too easy for them. They're like, this is easy. Like Journey feels like his work is second grade work. He's like, this is too easy. Mm. They were supposed to clean that bathroom like 3 days ago. Ain't nobody do nothing to that bathroom. Now they all gotta do it. Before kids, it should be go by easy. Somebody does the bathtub, somebody does the toilet, somebody does the sink, and then somebody does the floor. Boom, it's done. But they don't kids don't think logical. Yeah, all the kids are gonna be homeschooled. It was really for my oldest to be homeschooled, but when I was telling my oldest about it, they were like, "We want to be homeschooled too." I told you we wanted to be homeschooled, so they're all being homeschooled. The oldest, I really don't care about how she feels because I gave her too many opportunities to get her shit together and she didn't. So her opinions and her feelings about the situation is null and void. She lost that opportunity to have an opinion about it. But the other kids, they excited. They keep asking me, when do we start? When do we start? When did you do it? Did you do it? And I'm like, you don't start until the 24th. You have to keep going to school until the 24th. And I'm in a lot of homeschooling groups because, like I said before, me and Leon talked about homeschooling group, like doing homeschooling for a long time, like when they were babies, and then like we kept talking about it and bringing up the conversation about it. So I'm in a lot of homeschooling groups that are local and like close to me. So um even if like something like I always get pop-ups in there, like people are like, hey, we want to do a meetup at such and such and we need more people because it's cheaper as a group, or it's not that much as like it's not like a whole lot of money if they can get enough homeschooling families to join them. So and then a lot of them, they like to carpool, so we can do stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, and I'm not worried about them socializing because they have their friends. They follow their friends on social media, and I told them, I said, once you can get like once we can get this situated and everything, and your grades are good, especially my oldest. I told her, I said, this is the reason why you can't go hang out with your friends, because your grades suck right now. This is the reason why you can't go to art club, because your grades suck. And she about to lose that phone too. And I told her, I said, if your grades was good, I wouldn't care if you go hang out with your friends. You come home, do your chore, and be out until 7 o'clock. So that's the curfew, 7 o'clock. But your grades ain't up to par. I'm sorry. You need to be home in those books doing makeup work. And she's not even doing the makeup. Like, the teachers are giving her opportunities and they're not even giving her she's not even taking it. Hey, Deborah. And she's not even taking the opportunity to make up the work that she owes. And it's frustrating. And I feel like the environment in the school is not healthy at all. So I'm just going to take them out. And see, the other kids are not bad. Like, Journey has his issues, occasionally, because he's bored. So he'll do dumb shit in class, and then we'll get the text message telling about that he was acting up in class. But for the most part, the other kids are fine. I mean, besides Andre telling me that she wants to fight people, and people are picking on her all the time and talking about her all the time, but that's because she's sensitive. She's a Leo. She's sensitive. She's just like her aunt. Her aunt vibe. She's just like her. She ready to fight everybody. So yeah, that's all. And then Justice, I have no issues with him. He's straight A, honor roll, every quarter, no questions asked. But he says the same thing. He says it's easy. He's like, this is easy work. He's like, when we do the assignments in class and the tests and everything, he's like, I'm usually the first one done. So I figured, why not? Let's see how it goes. They'll get tested, put into a place where what's best for them. And if Justice, tests out further along, then he'll be where he needs to be. And if Andrea's tested in a different spot where she needs to be, then so be it. And same with Akina. Like, if she's failing because she doesn't know, I don't think she's failing because she don't know the work, because she did one math packet and she got an A on it. She did another assignment and got an A on it. But that's because she did the work. And I was like this over top of her, making sure she did that work. But her issue in school is that she's not doing any work at all. Like, she's not doing nothing. She's sleeping in class. And that's a no-go. And I don't know. And I just feel like this was instilled in me when I was in school. Like, when I was growing up, my aunt, she was just like so dead set on education. Like, and I wish, like, I didn't, like, she was pushing me to like graduate college, because that's pretty much what I'm going to do with my kids too. Like, it does not stop when you graduate high school. You need to continue on, whether if it's a trade or a college degree or something. You need something else, because you're going to be like me, on welfare or struggling with a whole bunch of babies. Hopefully they don't have no babies, but I'm just saying, you're going to be like me, and I'm trying to avoid you being like me. But they'll still be able to do stuff. They'll still be able to interact with other kids and hang out with other kids in the area. So I'm not worried about the socializing part. Really, I feel like they need to minimize the socializing part. Like, we need to scale back a little bit on the socializing part, because I think that's the reason why my oldest is struggling, because she wants to be a social butterfly instead of focusing on the schoolwork. Thank you. Wrong one. So that's all I wanted to talk about, was why are we homeschooling our kids? It's not really a bad thing. I think it's going to be a good, positive experience for all of us. I think it's just going to take some time to adjust to it, because We usually have all the kids out of the house by 8 o'clock, and now we're gonna have all the kids in the house 24/7. I'm gonna go crazy. Not probably not, because I didn't really have an issue with them being home for like summer vacation. I mean, they kind of drive me crazy during the summertime, and Christmas vacation, they was driving me crazy. But I think it would be better because they won't. They'll get more incentives. I feel like they do the work that they're supposed to. It'll be easy breezy. Yes, you can have them. And that's what you was asking me for. Yes, you can have it. He was asking for my loaded fries. I was thinking about them fries too. But go ahead, you can have it. See, and I have patience. Leon don't have patience. I have more patience with the kids. I just can't. With me, like I know you guys heard it. I can't really function when the kids are screaming. Mostly the baby when she's screaming. I can't function. And when they all talk at the same time. Yes, I told him he can. Go back upstairs. Bye. And so I'm done. But I have a lot more patience with the kids than Leon does, as y'all can tell. Because any other parent, they would have probably went off, especially on my oldest. Probably would have went off and did the most. But I have more patience with them. Yeah, she said that they were going to send them all laptops. So hopefully that. She said it was either. She said with the on a website it said that it was either a desktop or a laptop, but she said with our school district it's a laptop. I decided to go with K-12, and that was because it was affiliated with the school. And then I talked to the Medeiros family because she does K-12 with her son, and she pretty much like gave me the whole spiel of it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Girl, I'm good at blocking people out. I block even Leon out sometimes. And Leon's like, are you listening to me? I'm good for blocking them out, but since I'm talking to you guys, it's hard for me to like kind of formulate my thoughts because like I'm hearing all this extra commotion in the background. Now, if I'm just sitting here like not like quiet and doing homework or something, I can block them out with no problem. It depends on what state you live in. In my state, in Pennsylvania, it's free. It gave me the option. It said that I could do the paid tuition or the free tuition, and I just hit the one that was for free. But yeah, I can block them all out. But when I'm like conversating with somebody and I'm trying to watch, like say if I'm watching TV or something like that, I can't block them out because I can't concentrate. It's driving me crazy. Um, but check with your state. I know that Annette, if you scroll up a little bit more, Annette mentioned Connection Academy and a couple other ones. Book Shark, Abokia, Homeschool. There's other ones that may be able to help out. Are you setting up like a classroom area for them, or could you? We're probably just going to use the dining room table for now. I might get like a little bookshelf for the other wall on the other side, so that like when we get the school supplies and everything like that, there's like a designated spot for the classroom stuff because I don't want them taking that stuff upstairs. I don't want it to get confused with like other places, or I might use my desk because I have tons of space on my desk. It just looks like a mess because I'm mess. So I'm messy. I'm not organized person. But if I organize it and like really put things together the way it's supposed to, there's plenty of space on my desk. My desk is actually an L shape, but part of it is a bookshelf. So like if I wanted to, I can make my desk area like a designated area for that. But I was thinking about putting like because we have a printer now. We got a printer because I'm gonna start. I decided me and my daughter started talking and we're gonna do merch. She's gonna design the merch, like the artwork for the merch, and we're gonna do stickers and we're gonna do some other stuff. I have a couple ideas of what I want to do. Um, I don't know. And I'm not thinking like t-shirts or anything like that. I'm thinking like sweatshirts, hats, leggings, like athletic wear, and then maybe like phone cases, stuff like that. But something like easy. Like I don't want to do like a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And then I'm also gonna get her canvases to draw her artwork, and then I'm gonna put it all on my blog, on my website, and we're gonna start selling stuff. And then I'm gonna pick out a couple of pieces of like clothing, and then I also want to do like my own makeup line. I've been thinking about doing this for a year now, and I keep like putting it back because of listening to other people's bullshit, um, and basically doubting myself. And now I'm just at a point where it's like, fuck all the negative people and the non-supporters at this point. So I do plan on selling merchandise. I do plan on selling my own products. Um, I have a couple of things in mind when it comes to makeup, and then depending on what happens with the homeschooling, I may end up like selling like notebooks and stuff like that. Yeah, I was thinking that the dining room table might be the best place because my daughter likes to stay in her room all the time, and I don't trust her up there. Mm-mm. I want them all at this table to do the work, and then when they're done, they can go up. Then they can go upstairs and do whatever they want to do. Because I don't know how the and that you might be able to tell me, but I don't know how the laptop works. Because they're like, can we play games on there? Can we do this, or is it only set up for the school? I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I buy other people. I buy other YouTubers merch, or like if they have like a collaboration with like a brand or a company or something like that, I'll buy it because I like to support other people too. Um, but I usually don't buy t-shirts. I usually try to buy like the little trinket stuff, like keychains. I'm big on keychains. Like I collect keychains. So that's probably one like another thing that I'll probably put on the website is like a keychain because it's something like easy. Like you don't really have to like carry around. Like I don't know. I don't think the whole idea. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but like t-shirts. If I'm gonna wear a merch t-shirt, when I wear t-shirts, I wear t-shirts in the house. I'm not wearing that really to be outside. So like that's just me. I'm not really a t-shirt person to go outside and mingle with other people. I usually wear like a different type of t-shirt. Like the t-shirts that I normally see for merch are like regular white t-shirt, like white tees, or like they're different colors. I don't like those. Not for like everyday wear. I rather wear like a low cut V-neck or something stylish, something different. So the merch that I'm thinking about doing is not going to be like normal merch. It's not going to be like I rather like if I like my daughter, you see her wearing her sweatshirt all the time. That's things that kids like to wear nowadays, and people like to wear leggings. I know I do. And I'm always in, and then I like hats. Not really. I don't really wear hats, but you know, I own a couple hats because sometimes I don't like doing my hair. Okay, I thought so because I was like, I don't know if you guys can really do a whole bunch of stuff with the games and all that. I think they just want to play, like they want to play like, not download games, but like go on like websites and play games. I think that's what they want to do. I don't think they want to download games. Yeah, see, leggings is big. I was like, I seen a couple of things where I found a website, a vendor, a manufacturer who does makeup, and I was thinking about doing like highlighters and eyeshadow palettes. I can't talk. Eyeshadow palettes. I can't talk. But nothing big, and then maybe like a couple of like clothing pieces, but they probably be like limited edition kind of a thing. But like, and when I say like clothing pieces, I'm talking about like kid stuff, not stuff really for adults, unless I find something I like personally. But I'm more so thinking towards like toddlers and little kids, not adults or big kids. Like the merch will be specifically with the Kina's artwork that will have the family logo and everything on there. And she's still working on it. Like me and her been talking, and I told her, I said we can do like stickers. I think stickers will be a good idea to try and like showcase like how she did the ornaments. instead of putting ornaments, I think like stickers, doing stickers. You guys remember those stickers that was back in the 90s and you just had to go the gumball machine? Those like the kind of like that. They're excited. They're excited about homeschooling, right, Justice? Like he keeps asking me, "Did you do it? Did you do it? When are we gonna start? When are we gonna start?" They keep asking me, except for the oldest. Of course, she has an issue with it. She's not gonna see her friends, but she really don't have a say. Like I'm past the point where she ain't gonna have no say in this. Like I gave her too many chances to get her shit together, and ain't nothing happening. So no when I say merch, I mean like clothing, like merchandise, like actual products, like a cup. um yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna like some of the stuff, I'm gonna put some of her artwork on like sweatshirts, and because she likes this one sweatshirt that she has, and it has her favorite character on it. And then I was like, how about we put some of your merch your artwork on sweatshirts, or we do stickers, or we can just I'll I'll get you a big canvases and you can draw it that way and then paint it however you want to paint it. She has tons of art supplies. Like she has tons of paint, she has tons of markers, she has tons of pencils and everything. She has canvases, but they're kind of small. And if we're gonna sell this stuff, like I want it to be like it's worth your money. You know what I mean? Like I don't want you to buy a little thing, a little thinky thing, and I want it to be like good quality to where you can act like you really want to hang it up in your house. And probably for now, we're just gonna sell her artwork, like what she wants to draw, so she can get the feel of it and get it out of her system. And then we'll do like custom paintings and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna do it. I don't know. I think I probably would have did it a long time ago if I would have had known how it like the process of it. I just assumed that it was just going to be a lot of work that involves in homeschooling. I don't know why. I thought we were going to have to get like school supplies and do our own curriculum and sit down and do all that. And I didn't know that there was options like K-12. I didn't think about those options. So it probably, most likely, I probably would have homeschooled my kids from the beginning, because I've always told Leon like I want to stay home and homeschool the kids, and I don't want to really register them for school. But it always ended up being where they were in school. Like I always register all the kids in school. Mom, there was the K-12 commercials are in Maryland. I know, but we had to pay for it, and we was broke. Well, we wasn't broke, but with 4 kids, we was broke. The schools out here are not the same anymore. They are dangerous. It's a lot of criminal activities. The police are always at the middle schools or the high schools because something's always going down. And we're always getting emails about lockdowns. We're always getting emails because somebody's being a predator sitting outside the schools, or one of the kids reported that some guy was talking to them and trying to get them in their car. Ain't nobody got time for that. And my kids is getting bullied, and I can't even go talk to a parent about it or go to the school and tell them about it because the school will just blow it off. And if I try to talk to a parent, 9 out of 10 the parent is like, "And mind your fucking business," and then they want to fight. Anybody got time for that? I'm done. Be over there. So I decided, like, instead of trying to put the blame on the school, I might as well just take responsibility and put my kids out of school and just do it myself, because I just don't have time for the stress, the extra stress. And then somebody said they were going to eat me out of food. They already eat me out of food, all the food. They always do. Sometimes they eat breakfast before they go to school. Sometimes as soon as they come home from school and they literally just have lunch, they'll eat again. So it makes no difference. And then it's not like they're eating like some little snack, like a Go-Gurt or a cup. No, they're eating like 3 sandwiches when they first come in the door. So yeah, the kids already eat me out of the waters. It makes no difference whether and whether if they eat at school or they eat in here. Because at the school here, and I think in Pennsylvania, all the kids get free lunch and breakfast. But they tell me all the time it's not enough. that they sometimes they'll pay for extra, like if they got an extra couple dollars, they'll pay for another lunch because it's not enough food for them. Yeah, they talking about they starving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the food's not enough for them at school anyways. So they come home and eat a whole bunch of stuff anyways. Yeah, you are. You're greedy. Huh? Why didn't you tell me? I would have got you another one, and I was just at Walmart. I was just at Walmart. I would have bought you another binder. You see how fast Justice ate those fries? Oh, can you go get my Pringles, Journey, upstairs in my room? Those are fries. Look at his face. That's why you don't give them away. You just be like, I'll share with you. I'll share. We're not giving away food over here. We can't give away food over here. You can't be like, yeah, you can have it and then try to ask for it back. That's an Indian giver. Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And when he gets food, I ask him if I can have one piece of it, and this person say no.
Y'all are true.
That's what
See, I told you what you do to other people is going to come back. Treat people the way you want to be treated. These kids are a trip, guys. This is the stuff I don't vlog. Okay. They're red, and it should be on. They're either on my side of the bed, or they're in front of the bed, or they're on the dresser. Yeah. My kids are sickening. He comes over and he's like, yeah, they're behind my back. I can't stand my kids. Come get him. Come get him. He gonna get hurt. He about to get hurt. And my nephews do that shit to me all the time. And I'm like, you wanna die. So sickening. They drive me crazy. They drive me crazy. So I think I might do like a 1 month update. I might do like a 1 month update on doing the K-12 with the kids. I still have to submit all the paperwork in. This is the only thing that sucks when you have a whole bunch of kids, is filling out the paperwork. When you got a lot of kids and you trying to transfer documents and paperwork and everything, that's the only thing that sucks. That's the thing that sucks about all of this. Yes, I still have to do the paperwork. So far, I only submitted 1.5 for 1.5 times. I have all the paperwork. The only thing I have to get, like physically go get. Boy, I'm gonna hurt your feelings. Why were they in the trash can? I don't want them now. No, they were in the trash. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. Yeah. No, put it back in the trash. Why would you take it out the trash can and bring it to me? I'm gonna hurt my kids. But yeah, that's the part that sucks when it comes to like kids. When you got a whole bunch of kids and filling out paperwork. So yeah, don't have a whole bunch of kids and you don't like writing paper. You don't like filling out nothing. I might have an extra one. Get out of here, boy. You gotta go on my desk on the bottom. It should be a white binder and it's small. And You're gonna have to take the papers out, but then you can use that one for now. You can use that one for now. Journey, you want to get your feelings hurt? Stop it. I'm trying to get this Pringles out without breaking it, but it's not working. You're not going to Walmart right now. I just went to Walmart. And it's not going back out to Walmart. You're gonna have to wait for another day. No, not tomorrow because I got school tomorrow and I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Anywho, but yeah, it's the paperwork. And then I was putting the wrong information for the wrong child because I forgot birth dates and.
You forgot my birthday? My birthday is 07/05/2010. Mine is 0706.
Mom,
go to your channel. No, mine is 08/22. Mom, who was born? Mom, whose date is this? 0706. Mom, my birthday is 08/22/2007. He's my birthday.
Dumbass.
My mind is fine.
And I kept telling the lady I'm sorry on the phone because she kept reading back the information and I was like, sorry, that's wrong. I'm like, my fault. Wrong child. I do the same thing at the doctor's office. I be forgetting what child I'm talking about. Boy, get out of here.
She submitted me because I'm special.
No, I didn't.
Me?
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm.
Why is she always first? She submitted.
Because she needs it more than y'all.
She did keto day. So I the first was, and then keto the second. Your last. Where is the third? Your last. Yo, look at the whole thing coming on.
He's so dramatic.
Mom, I took care of him.
Yeah, we're about to get off of here. Y'all are a mess. My kids are a mess. All right, guys. Say bye, guys.
I because I'm a sloth and I come to the planet. I come to the planet named Pluto, but I'm actually I need to get out of the way.
No, people are leaving because y'all being crazy.
Trying to get out of here. Say bye. Don't pay attention to it.
All right, get out of here. Bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye. You're driving me crazy. All right, guys. I'm about to be out of here. If y'all have any questions, let me know in the comments. It's the audio. Get out of here. Say. How? Hey, YouTube streets. I'm trying to end this and somebody. I'm gonna make you a meme or in a GIF. You.
What? What is that?
It's gonna repeat itself. You're gonna be you one.
So when I stream or something, I fart. It's gonna fart too.
No, I'm talking about your face.
So when I talk,
No, it's just gonna repeat itself. It's gonna. You're gonna be like.
I'll be screaming back. No, I'll be in the back.
Hey, lady B.
I'll be like. I'll be like.
Y'all missed it. Him being. No, I'm gonna turn you into a GIF and a meme. Don't be screaming. These people have headphones on. I know, but I'm calling him. Don't be screaming.
That was Justice.
Because people have headphones on and it's not nice.
Yeah, that was Justice. That was Justice. Yeah.
Yeah. We can go tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're not buying Valentine's for yourself. Because for all that, I'll just buy you Valentine's stuff. But if you're really going to genuinely buy something for somebody else, I'll buy it for you.
Wait, I have to
See, I'm about to get off of here because my kids is doing moves. Who said that?
Getting $3.
They think I'm a walking bank account. Oh no! All right, we be out because we don't have a conversation.
No.
Stop it! Say bye.